Craig Sullivan, another week, another something or other. What are we doing anyway?
Okay, it's not movie club.
No.
It's not book club.
Is it? Oh, wait. I was going to say Fight Club, but we're not allowed to talk about that.
No, we can't talk about that.
No,
The art
sorry.
Dude,
Sorry.
dude. It's time for an audit.
Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome to the Friday Night Audit, the only show in hospitality that'll make you rethink your love of hospitality. That's Craig Sullivan. I'm Glenn Hausman. Craig, so great to see you, man. How are you?
Good seeing you, brother. We're going to be live and in person in the same location in a few days.
Yeah, we are. But first, before we get into all of that, let's bring in right away. We have a special report. Ice Cream Day Dave.
What's up, everybody? So hold on, I'm taking a quick picture of my team here because we are wrapping up Celebrate Service Week here, and I'm actually live from the front of my hotel with ice cream. So we are having an ice cream day. So we bought an ice cream truck for the team. We had waffle cones, we had dips, we had sundaes, we had shakes, we had waffle cones, everything possible here for the team. So we had them come twice, 12:30 to 1:30 the AM team, 4:30 to 5:30 the PM team. Although my team already, they kind of like ice cream.
Right.
They came and gone already. So
Really?
I think the ice cream truck's about to go home because my team not only did my team come through, but as you can see here at my hotel, we have a great steakhouse.
Yeah.
Right downstairs, and some of their team came out and had some ice cream, so we hooked them up as well because we're a good team.
What about
I don't know.
What about the parking garage people?
We didn't do the parking garage people only because they're so busy with cars that. Where are you going? As I'm watching one of my team members walk away, but they're so busy right now because there's so much happening in New York City today. But listen, guys, let me go say bye to the truck driver. I'm gonna pack up my stuff. I'm gonna come back and join you guys on the go, Craig.
Honestly,
You got to get that ice cream cone, David.
I had 3 already.
Yeah, this one you're supposed to smash into your forehead.
I had two this afternoon, and I had one on the PM shift. So I am ice creamed out.
we got a much better guest than you, so go. We'll see you in a
That's
minute.
true. That our guest is spectacular. So I'm just wasting time.
All right, goodbye. All right. Dave, don't worry. Every time you're on, it's a waste of everyone's time. So, all right.
Don't hurt his feelings. Come on.
Dave, he doesn't have feelings. They stopped handing them out in the mid-'80s, and he doesn't know anything from before that anyway. So, Craig, who's our incredible guest today?
Our incredible guest is Chris, the Hulk Green from Remington Hotel. There he is. Chris, welcome.
What's up? And of course, you guys, we get ready to get on, and my dogs go crazy downstairs. I'm sorry. So
that's all right. We're really glad to have you here. So thank you so much for doing this show with us. And after all that you've done to achieve so much in your career, why did you decide to throw it all away with us tonight?
well, I'm near the end. So what have I got to lose, right? So
The correct answer would have been, who cares? Nobody watches this show anyway. Wait.
I saw Michelle MacArthur commenting. She's watching.
Yeah, here she is. Happy Friday. Amy says, hey, Chris, how are you?
Hey.
Well,
Hey, Amy, how's it going?
all right, so, Chris, I feel a little guilty. I'm sitting here drinking, and you're not allowed to drink until we do this. Man, Craig, we are getting right into it tonight, aren't we? Boom, 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 boom. I'm excited about it. Chris, what are you drinking tonight and why?
So I'm a big red wine guy, and I thought, I'm going to celebrate the end of my career, apparently, with you two by having a really nice bottle of Camus there. So,
Best.
Oh, I'm not going to have, well, I shouldn't say I'm not going to have the whole bottle. I have a glass. How's that? Is that fair?
No, not on this show. You have to have the bottle. That's the whole point.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that coming up in the next few days too, I would imagine. So
No, you know what? The thing that I like about the lodging conference is everyone's very temperate. Would that be the word? The temperance movement, right? Yeah, nobody drinks.
So now we're having cocktails and we're lying. So I mean, that's what else we're gonna do.
Yeah, listen, you got to train all summer for the lodging conference because it's a serious event. It's when everybody's getting back together for the first time to really head into conference season for the fall. So I got to ask you, Chris, do you have any strategies in preparing for the rigid time that you're going to have to be there, socializing, drinking, socializing, and maybe having some more drinking?
Yeah, so we had I did a 4-day intensive the past 4 days where we brought a bunch of clients to a beach resort, and it was a prep program, right? So we had our corporate F&B team in, and we did some great food. You know, you had to get your palate ready for what you're going to have to experience next week. So
yep,
and
I love it.
Yeah, training. I mean, you have to train, right? So I'm going to work all weekend to be ready, Craig.
And we get to see Glenn Hausman up on stage. So that's going to be an extra treat this year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm hosting a general session at 10 a.m. on Wednesday. We've got great people on there. So that's going to be a lot of fun. It's the first time I get to work with Larry Kukulik, the CEO of Best Western or BWH Hotel Group, since he became CEO. So it's exciting for me.
Well, hey, listen, everybody, this is my shameless plug. If you're not completely bored, wait till Wednesday afternoon and come to my session.
Nice. Nice. I like it. If you're not completely bored, come to my session. We'll guarantee you'll be completely bored. All right, so Michelle is saying, hey, what is my drink of choice? I'm drinking Allagash White. It goes down really, really easy, and I feel like I could have a few of these on the show. Chris, I've gotten myself into trouble a number of times because I was getting deep with the tequila, and I could get through the show, and it works out great, but then I've got like 4 or 5 hours I got to attempt to stay conscious after that, and that is a challenge, my friend.
Yeah, well, yeah. When Craig reached out and he said, "What are you going to do for your cocktail of choice?" I had to really kind of think through it, right? I had to be able to moderate through the show, otherwise you have problems. Yeah. I don't want to start the weekend that way, right? So.
No. Mike is saying, is it drinking on FNA considered preparing for conference season? Yes.
No.
I think no.
It's only an hour. Come on.
This is like the first hour of the 8 you go out every single night. It's like the 12 cocktail parties you have to go to.
And the other part that people don't count on is, and it's not as bad for Craig, but for us, Glenn, it's you don't even sit down to dinner until 10 p.m. East Coast time.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You're out in Phoenix, and you are. Yeah. I mean, cocktail hour is 8, 9, and then you go to dinner at 10, 11, and you're not. I mean, you're eating at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's right. It's rough. Are you practicing to tell to your wife later about how difficult it is?
Oh, that's the best part. I love my wife so much, but she forgets where I am. So 4:30 a.m. is when my phone will ring.
We've all had those calls.
Oh my God!
Listen,
like, hey,
yeah, go on.
She's, hi, honey, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm sleeping, honey. It's 4:30.
What are you doing sleeping at 7:30? No. Yeah, eventually at some point my wife just figures I'm always in Las Vegas, so it's always 3 hours behind. You know,
it's good.
That's good. It's funny. Glenn's heard this before. Every time I take my vacation, I was heading to Hawaii, I tell everybody at the corporate office that I interfaced with that, okay, you got to ask yourself 2 questions. Is it an emergency? And if you can't answer that in a millisecond, what time is it in Hawaii before I call Craig? And treating life twice as ugly. It's either 6 or 7 a.m. when I'm there, and I'm getting calls at 6 or 7 a.m. It's like, what are you doing? Oh, well, we need you in Chicago in 2 days. You know, we've got a meeting with some of the owners there. And I said, what about our area vice president? You know, that means the day that I come back from Hawaii, I'm touching down in LAX, driving to Orange County, emptying the suitcase, repacking it, and going. No, have the area VP do it. You know? Yeah. You know what time it is? You go, well, yeah, it's 9 o'clock here. It's 6 o'clock here. It's 7 o'clock here. You know, oh, I didn't think about that. I said, remember the conversation we had?
I think here's the thing. We were talking about this before we came on air.
Yeah.
it's really cool what we get to do.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. You know, it's so bizarre when I'm at a dinner here in my neighborhood or whatever, and people are like, and for me it's normal. They're like, how was your week? I was like, well, it was great. I was in Chicago and Philly and Alabama and San Jose, and here I am. They're like, what? You know, they're like, what? To us, that's normal. So.
Yeah. It's so funny. They're like, we went to Olive Garden on Tuesday.
Right.
Well, if you really want to see them fall out of their chair, tell them how many air miles you log in a year.
Dude, seriously. I mean, I tell people I fly 75, 80,000 miles and they're blown away. I'm like, yeah, that's nothing. Right? What are you doing? What are you doing, Chris, in a year now?
So I clicked over 200 in June.
For this year?
Yeah, I'm at 245 right now.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's been a special year, right? Had a lot going on. I think I'll peel back under 200 next year, I hope. So
yeah. That's absolutely crazy. You know, the amount of travel you're doing, it's kind of like a lot of the industry vendors that we have. It's like they're in cities every other day, and we may be as many days a year as them, but you know, like Craig and I will stay in a place 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, that's why I get so many trips, right? Because I go from here to Chicago, then I'll go over to Dallas for a meeting, and then I'll head to Philly for a pitch on a deal, and then I'll head home. So you're talking 10 legs, 8 legs, whatever a week. So
wow, yeah. Well, that makes a whole lot of sense, though. I mean, what are you going to do? Keep coming home overnight and going back out? It's just a complete waste.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to. Mike McManus in the house. That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, how many hotels do you guys have now?
How many what?
How many hotels do you guys have now post merger?
121 operating with a bunch more in development.
Nice.
So
how many states?
36.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So we just added a hotel yesterday. We've got a lot. I mean, the market has responded well to the combined culture.
Awesome.
Process we have. You know, we really, Sloan and I are super aligned on what we expect to be as an organization. So that's great.
That's a great partnership for you guys. It really is. Yeah. It really made so much sense. Now, do you want to give us a little breaking news and tell us what the new hotel?
Yeah, I mean, we're super excited. New client. We just took over yesterday the Crowne Plaza San Antonio Airport. So beautifully renovated hotel.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
nice 224 rooms. Great new client.
Nice.
Yeah, an opportunity with them to continue to grow. There go the dogs again.
The dogs. No, that's all good. You got to send in the dogs every once in a while. That's how you know we've gone a little too far over here. So let me tell you this, Chris. So, you know, with the culture so well aligned, I'm sure you've been thinking a lot about things. It's been National Housekeeping Week this week, and Dave is thanking his employees and all of that. What are you doing to like do a little give back and show a little love and appreciation?
So I love, this is one of the things that I really love about Remington. You know, we were a midsize at Chesapeake, so now we're a big organization now, and we have a really strong commitment to culture. We're the place where passionate people thrive. And we say room to thrive. That's where it is at Remington. So we had a plan going 4 or 5 weeks out on what we're going to be doing for Housekeeping Week. And we've had everything from, of course, contests, boat building contests, at the ones with the pools, to in Jacksonville the other day, I was at a massive event where we hosted all the associates, gave away gift certificates, all the executive. We had a bunch of executives in town. We all served breakfast. We cleaned up breakfast.
Nice.
Walk the hotel. I mean, you listen. That's table stakes nowadays. We expect something to be done every day at every one of the 120 hotels for the teams, because those of it we know, but those of you that don't know, a hotel will stop immediately if your team members are not feeling the love. It just can stop. So
yeah. All right, guys, I have some really, really extremely bad news. Dave's back.
Yeah. I am so here and so happy to be back. I'm glad I was able to make it today. You know, Chris Green's a special guest for us.
I know.
And as you guys know, I was very upset when I learned that I was probably going to miss this show and Chris was the guest, and I blame Craig for that. Terrible timing.
Yeah. You know what you're gonna do? Nobody wants to do the show. So when we finally get somebody who says yes, we jump right on it. You know?
Yeah, well, and then of course you have any chance you can get to have a real respectable guest and get me off the show. I know you guys take it as well. So, I appreciate it, but you can't keep me down that easy. I sent my ice cream truck home early. I said I'm not missing Friday Night Audit.
Yeah. So, Chris, you were talking about how that's table stakes. So, what else do you have to do in order to make the people feel the love these days?
I mean, I think it's great that we have this week, but it really needs to be embedded in who you are as a company, right? It doesn't need to be just a week. A week is good, a celebration, but it's the way you need to live your life. You need to be investing in people, and what we're really focusing on now is career pathing for everybody. I'm going to be in a couple. I think 4 weeks. I'm going to be speaking on DEI at a conference in Chicago, and the conversations we had today were about how do we create the pathways for everyone to ascend to the CEO level or whatever. Awesome. And that's what we're focused on. I mean, this is fun. This week is great and it's well-deserved. But really what's well-deserved is an opportunity to be the GM of your hotel or to make.
You still remember the area and everything?
And you can do it.
You still remember the area and everything?
Sorry, yeah. Sorry, I unmuted Dave, but he was he was talking.
So let me tell you guys, I'm talking to somebody right now as we were talking because as part of, making sure your team is good, I have a new hire who started today.
Oh, my goodness. I was such excited. I really had hopes for a good story right there. So that's a real shame that we lost Ice Cream Day Dave over there. So what does that really look like, though, practically speaking, with giving everyone a career path? And I know you said CEO, but I think it's really where people find their love and passion really is, right?
Well, so we're very lucky, right? We have a huge corporate staff at Remington. We have a huge staff in HR. We've got a total benefits team that looks into how do we path people, what resources and training do we have to get people to the next step. And then honestly, this all relates to what we experienced for labor shortages and COVID and people leaving the industry because people just didn't know and they didn't believe what I knew to be true, right? I mean, I'm a success story of this whole industry.
Yeah, sure.
But people didn't know what I know to be true, and that's where we were doing a bad job. So we are spending a lot of time. We've got quarterly regional meetings coming up in all the hotels starting in a few weeks where we're talking about these things to our leaders. Is how are you speaking into your monthly check-ins with your team to find out what's next for them and then honoring that, because you can't just get buried in the daily details. We've all run hotels and said, I got to focus on this GOP or this sales event. No. A lot of that doesn't matter. If we don't focus at the housekeeping level and at the stewarding level in the kitchen or at the server level in the restaurant, those are where we need to be getting our next restaurant managers, not outside. Right? We've got to. And we've got to get people that love and own hospitality. Here's the thing I'll say. I'm bragging on our hotel in Jacksonville, Atlantic Beach, but the One Ocean Resort here in Jacksonville Beach, David Mariotti's the GM there and his team. I know that the owners were in town and the executives were in town, but I was watching them crush it. There was hospitality people working there. Why? Well, David creates an environment, him and his HR director, where they're the best hotel in town and the best hotel on the beach. So they attract, we talk about the STAR report, which is our market share report in hospitality. I think we should really have the STAR report for people in a market, because if you're the best hotel, you should attract the stars and you should win your segment in that market. And that's what David's doing. And it shows in his results and in the outcome and in the people and all the promotions coming out of his hotel. So
that's awesome.
That's absolutely brilliant. And you're right about that. If you've got everything dialed in and you're promoting your people, you're educating them, you're working with them, you're helping them to succeed. That next up and coming chef who may be 2 doors down, all of a sudden starts looking at everything going on in your hotel and they want to be there, and they may decide to be a sous chef just to come get their foot in the door with you guys. And, it's amazing. I had a team at one company that There was 35 of us, and they were all there till I retired. We never lost anybody because it was always, please, thank you, how are you, how's the family, how can I help you? And I did that with everybody every time I walked into the office.
Here's someone we shouldn't do that with, and that would be Dave.
You should always do that the niceties with me. But no, I mean,
listen, I've had enough of you, and I'm out of a beer. I'll be back.
All right. Well, Chris is 100% right. You guys are talking right about making that culture, right? And that's something that I really preach heavily. And I was saying before I froze or Glenn just dropped me off or whatever, I have my new hire here, Nikkei, who's going to say hello because she just started today. And right now she's walking back to the bus with me because it's her first day and she wasn't sure if she was going to get home okay. So I'm walking with her to show her the bus route. But she's an example of that career growth because she came in today because we had our director of ops leave.
Right.
And through proper training and various things, my senior rooms ops manager was promoted to the director of ops.
Okay.
My ops manager was promoted to the senior rooms ops. And then we brought Nikkei in. And she's going to start that training process as well to learn how to do some of the things she hasn't had experience in yet so that when that next position opens up, she's ready to do that same kind of step up. And just kind of keep that as a rotating, kind of a line. I mean, it sucks when good people leave, but it's great when they leave for the right reasons.
Right.
I can't tell you how impressive that is that you're walking your new hire to the bus. She can't hear us though, right? Can she hear
No,
me?
she can't. She can't hear you.
Does she want to be a GM?
I can put her on the headphones. Hold on.
No, it's fine. It's fine. But ask her. Does she believe she could be a GM in the hotel business?
Nikkei, they're asking me, do you want to be a hotel GM at some point?
Of course.
Absolutely, she says.
Can we help her do that? Ask her if we can help her do that.
Can these guys help you get there?
Yes.
Yes. So absolutely, but the number one guy who's going to help her is standing right here. So you guys have a second and third. My number one guy to take care of her is going to be me.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
So, but yeah, I heard Chris talking about housekeeping week, celebrate service week, whatever you guys want to call it. It's a lot of cool activities that hotels are doing. Obviously, the ice cream truck at the top was one of the ones that we were doing here today, which seemed to be a pretty big hit. But there's a lot of, unique ways. Chris, you mentioned the boat races. I mean, I don't have a pool, so it never crossed my mind, but that's a really cool thing to try out.
Yeah, it's super fun.
So how did that really come about? Did you guys do teams or it was a paper boats? Like, how did it work?
Yeah, you take the boxes from down at, in receiving and the kitchen, give everybody a roll of duct tape, some markers, and some boxes. And they have to try and make it across the pool as a team. You give them like a team of 6. They pick a captain, and then they have to make their boat. They got an hour to make their boat, and then you race across the pool. It's awesome. So.
Nice.
How many made it across?
This year, 0. So yeah.
How many people in the boat?
One.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's not a new idea. I learned it when I was a resort manager about 25 years ago. I saw it and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And the guests love it. Love it. So.
That's really awesome. Yeah,
one thing that we did this year that was a little bit different that the team loved. Now, obviously, I think we've seen instances where, people will bring in like massage people,
right?
And they'll hire a massage person for 3 or 4 hours and do 15-minute massages. But we ended up actually renting for the entire week like one of those full-body massage chairs.
Nice.
So that the entire team can take advantage of it versus one shift or if you cross it right 2 shifts.
Right.
We've had it here the entire week. And that has probably been the biggest thing that I've seen used and enjoyed and participated in is everybody who takes their 15-minute break is in the chair. Or people are getting off shift, they're in the chair.
Did you have to warn them to eat the ice cream in the chair? Because that could be kind of dangerous.
So actually, someone did eat ice cream in the chair because I found some rainbow sprinkles there. But the good thing about the chair is that it's...
The entire time my kids were young.
It's a full leather chair, so it's the guy told me this when he brought it. He was like, treat it like gym equipment, right? Don't baby it. You can wipe it down with Clorox wipes. You can spray it with sanitizing spray. So it's easy to clean. It's very easy to make sure it's sanitary between users. And then when I saw the rainbow sprinkles, you just get a Clorox wipe them up. But yeah, so somebody was in the chair eating their ice cream today.
That's fun. So, Chris, why do you like Hulk?
Why do I like Hulk?
Yeah.
Way to completely transition that point, Glenn.
You didn't see the picture, I guess.
No, I did. I love that picture.
If I had the whole picture, so during the pandemic, when we were stuck at home, my family and we had themed dinners.
Right.
And it was super fun. And so one night we had superheroes. One night I don't remember what else we had. But that night we all dressed up as superheroes or Marvel, I guess, right? And my daughter is really good with graphics, and she painted my skin green. I wasn't really green during the picture, but pretty cool. And even if you look, I can't show you, but she was able to put like fireballs coming out of her hand. I didn't put them in the picture. It was fun. I mean, those are memories from the pandemic that I will never forget. You know, I really don't want that picture circulating, but I guess it's too late. So.
Yeah, a little late for that.
Well, you know,
I feel like Chris is more like a Jolly Green Giant than an Angry Hulk.
Yeah, right.
I was trying to think of a reason of why I was mad, and I was going to make up something hokey, like, you know, maybe somebody was watering down our culture, but I don't have anything.
You could have just said I'm friends with Glenn Houseman. That makes me pretty mad every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, serves you right. You deserve it. So
can I show you guys something real quick? I haven't done a walking tour of Midtown in a while, but it is jammed here on a Friday night in the middle of Manhattan. So right now I'm on 45th. There's the public library for those who do know it. Mike, I would never do that. That's only for heathens like yourself, or people from Florida, like yourself. But the traffic is jamming. People are out walking towards Times Square. And as you guys in New York know, we're getting ready for UNGA next week, which, if you don't know, is basically the biggest citywide that New York has. Yeah. And of course, my hotel is a block and a half from the UN, so we're rocking and rolling, getting ready. All the security stuff is getting put into place for next week. So
all sold out all next week, dude?
Oh, we're sold out at the best rates of the year. It's not even close.
Nice.
You know, these are this week, especially in my area. You know, that's your money week. That's the week where and Chris can probably talk to this more than I can, but, you know, there's certainly time, you know, you don't want to miss any day or any week. But if you miss a little bit here, a little bit there, sometimes it's not the end of the world. It's not going to kill your year. Right. This is the one week where hotels in my area you cannot miss. Right. And you have to be very strategic in what you do, because not only can you not miss, you also cannot walk, because first, you won't find a hotel within 50 blocks.
Right.
And if you do, even if you don't, you're paying $1,000 to walk someone somewhere.
Right.
So
easy.
It's really a very strategic effort.
Wow. Chris, what do you know about this sort of stuff?
Well, he's exactly right. I mean, but the thing is that you've got to be thoughtful about is watching your inventory 365 days out, right? So you got to make sure that nobody slips in.
Yep.
Because if somebody slips in, they're getting walked. FYI, just so you know, you slip in at $199, I'm gonna walk you somewhere, because I'm gonna get 5 nights at $1,000. So
it's funny you say that. It's funny you say that, Chris, because I already had that conversation. For those who don't know, usually these PMS systems, these reservation systems, they work 50 weeks in advance. At least, you know, IHG's does.
Are you across from Bryant Park right now?
Yes, I am.
I know that pillar.
Hey, that's where I went to a spin class. I went to Soul Cycle Bryant Park when I was up there at NYU. So.
Right here, right under the Salesforce Tower.
Yep.
So, you know, I already talked to my revenue manager and said, listen, there's two options. You either zero out the inventory so that it doesn't roll in with anything until we figure out, you know.
All right.
There he goes again.
Fine with.
Oh, what? There he is.
You're rolling.
You're breaking up on us, Dave.
So I'll fill in what he's saying. Yep. So they have what's called 53rd week controls in the brands, right? So you got to set your inventory so that they don't roll in with a low rate, because they'll automatically roll in with your bar rate. So if you're not watching, like a Super Bowl, you know, in Houston in 2000 and whatever year, I can't remember, we didn't have our 53rd week control set. And they roll in, and people that are savvy know to look for hotels that don't hit their controls in. Right. We had some people book, you know, 50 rooms at the hotel for $220 when we're selling $800.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then you got to try and explain it to your owners. So that's something that we have to really watch these big weeks.
So then how do you balance it so you wind up maximizing the people staying and you don't walk anybody in Dave's situation?
That's an art, right? Yeah. I've always said, if you're not walking, you're not trying. So, and I don't, to all the guests that might be listening here, I don't want to walk you, but we have to sell every room, right? So every room is an expense to us. So sometimes you don't show up, Mr. Guest. And so I've got to ensure that I'm going to sell every room. And to do that, you've got to, and frankly, Glenn, the way it's all math, right? You have a whole sheet. And so if Craig is coming in he's got 2 nights at 1,000, let's just pretend he's got 2 nights at 1,000, but I got Bob coming in 5 nights at 1,000, then Craig's going down the street. I'm going to spend 2 to make 5, right? So,
yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. All right, I think Dave's back.
He's back.
Dave, you said bring me in, and then this is what we get. We get actually, Dave, this is the best we've ever looked on the show.
I like it.
Yeah.
No, not so good.
Perfect, all of it. Yeah. We still need him to ask some sort of question while he's out there too.
It's not working.
Don't let him in. Lock him out.
All right. So the craziest thing that you guys are not going to believe happened to me this week. So I went to bring in my Subaru. You know, I'm very, very, very proud to get it serviced and stuff like that. And the only thing I could do with the hour I had to wait while it was servicing was go across the street to McDonald's. So I said, all right, this is going to be my once every 6 month McDonald's thing. I've been planning for it. I've been working up to this moment. And I go to McDonald's and I'm like, listen, normally I get like the quarter pounder type of deal. I've been doing that my whole life. And I said, this time I'm going to do something I've never, ever done before. And you're never going to believe this, but all right, so to play something I decided we're going to play called You Never Ate What? Because before the other day, at almost 52 years old, I had never, ever, never had a Big Mac. But I did the other day.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
How insane is that?
That's like completely insane.
Yeah.
So,
well, you've never had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich either?
Yes, that's correct. I still have not had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which is absolutely crazy. But before we deal with the psychosis of the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, let's talk about McDonald's situation first. And I'd love to hear from all of you out there. What is that one food obviously we should have eaten by your age, but you haven't had a chance to do that? So the thing is, I graduated from the Happy Meal towards the Quarter Pounder. And for some reason, it was a part of my life where I couldn't handle cheese. So I didn't get the Big Mac because it came with cheese. But the Quarter Pounder, you had to add the cheese to the Quarter Pounder. So it was easier just to get the Quarter Pounder when I was like 10 and go that way. So after that, it was always a Quarter Pounder unless I'm in the car driving somewhere. Then I get a 2 hamburger meal. And I never got the Big Mac before. And for some reason, I just never got around to it. So I said, God damn it, if I'm going to do one thing in my life before I die, I'm going to have myself a Big Mac.
Okay, so how was it?
Not very impressive. I like the Quarter Pounder more. I'm like, the special sauce. I'm like, you know what? I think In-N-Out does that kind of sauce deal better. And I didn't need the extra thing of bread, and it was 2 little tiny hamburgers. I either want the hamburgers separate, or I think I want that Quarter Pounder. I hope that's not too disappointing to everybody out there.
I think I've actually, I think that because of the whole carb thing, that I've dropped off of Big Mac, right? Because the extra bread is difficult. But I did love a Big Mac. You know, I was actually never a Quarter Pounder guy. I was a hamburger.
Right.
The 2 hamburger meal. But really, when you're splurging, you're doing the Big Mac. I mean, so. Yeah. But I prefer a Whopper.
The Whopper is a really good fast food burger, that's for sure. Lately these days, I've been more into like the Five Guys style of stuff. But to be fair, the Whopper and Five Guys, you can't really compare. I think when you're talking about fast food hamburgers, there's lots of different categories that we're talking about over here. Anyone? No, Doray's never had a Big Mac. Thank you. Oh my goodness! Never had a Big Mac or cheese quarter pounder. Says Nikki Fox. Yeah. Wow.
Nice.
That's crazy. So, what kind of crazy food have you not had, Chris, that you think you should have had by now?
I'm trying to think, because this sounds bad. I can't think of a lot I haven't had.
While you're thinking of that, we'll get to Craig in a second. Amy is saying liver. I will never eat it. I totally get where you're coming from, but part of my Jewish cultural background on Passover, my grandmother would make chopped liver, which is mixed with some other ingredients like egg and some other type of stuff, and I loved it because when I was a kid and I first had it, I didn't connect the liver part of the chopped liver to liver. So I guess I got in there on the stupid card, and I really liked it. So every 5 or so years, I'll have to get it, and then I'll have it, and I'll say, it's not like my grandmother. It's not like my grandmother's,
Yeah.
Andrea says, hey, I've never had a Big Mac, but hold on. Sorry, I've never had a Big Mac, but I've rediscovered the ultimate cheeseburger from Jack in the Box. It's amazing. We don't have Jack in the Box over here in New York.
You're not missing anything.
No. So Craig, what is some food that you've never had?
I have never had the fish sandwich at McDonald's.
I had that once.
I love a fish sandwich. See, this is gonna be embarrassing because maybe this is something I got to look at on my own personal journey of my life here. Because I can't think of something that I haven't really had. Maybe unless it's something weird that I don't. I mean, liver. I'm not eating liver. That's not. I'm trying to think of like a fast food thing that I've never had. I don't waste time on. Well, you know what? I know what I've never had. I do know. I've never had a McRib sandwich because that just sounds awful.
It is awful, but in a really good sort of a way. At least when I was a kid. Now that I know what real rib tastes like.
And you smoke your own ribs. So.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for sure. Look who's here. Hey, Dave.
I made it back. Dave, you guys couldn't keep it for too long.
We're talking about foods that we've never eaten over here, and Amy's saying she loved the McDonald's fish sandwich, but it's over 1,000 calories. And Michelle MacArthur says she has never eaten the frog legs. Dave,
I've never actually eaten each of those.
Yeah. Let's make fun of you. What is something obvious that you haven't had?
I've never. Okay, so I've tasted it through when it's on food and stuff. I've never actually officially had bacon.
What?
How?
Like officially, someone slipped you something like in a club.
So it was like a Mickey. It was like a Mickey, yeah. But I've had the taste. I don't like it. I don't really like the smell of it. So I'm not a bacon fan.
You would be the one person on Earth who doesn't like bacon, and I'm including Muslims and Jews who aren't allowed to eat it either.
Annie almost divorced me because of this. Because she eats bacon. Yeah, go. I'll wait for you. So hold on. Take me out for a second. I'll be right back.
Bye.
Yeah. Well, after that.
Well, you know what, Glenn? What you also have never eaten is Dave's favorite. A hot dog with cheese and ketchup on it. So, I don't know, Chris, have you ever had that delicacy?
Oh, no, never.
Yeah. No, yeah.
What about a corn dog? You guys have had a corn dog, right? Everybody had a corn dog?
For sure. I like a good corn dog. As a matter of fact, I used to give that to my kids when they were younger.
What about a funnel cake at the fair? You had that?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, correct. Chris, I've got a funnel cake story for you. So, I had the most delightful opportunity and honor to stay at a property I like to call the Showboat back in August. And
I don't know where that is. What is that? A nice hotel?
So it's great, and it's getting even better. I can't wait to see it next year once the incredible water park is open. But I'll tell you what, we were at the fish shows on the beach, and walking back right at the Hard Rock, which is right next door to you and easily accessible if you want to go gaming over there. They've got the whole boardwalk-ish area, and the pier, with all the rides, and they got the food places right in front. I had a funnel cake. It was the most incredible funnel cake I've had in my entire life. I haven't been to the Minnesota State Fair, but outside that, it was like absolutely incredible. And one of my friends trying to take some from me, and I would not have any of it. It was just that good.
And Glenn went into a coma, sugar coma after he got done eating the whole thing.
Yeah. Amy said I cook bacon outside to save the house smell. I like that. I particularly I have bacon scented candles because I feel more comfortable with the bacon smell around me at all times. Michelle says she loves the corn dogs at the Texas State Fair. That's fun. One of the things here, Chris, is we don't have that sort of thing here in New York, at least not this region. I'm sure there's something. New York's a huge state, all the way upstate or something. Do you have state fair in Florida? Have you ever been to a state fair?
I have. I've been to Maryland has a good state fair when I was up there living in DC area, but we also have we don't have a Florida. We may listen. I should be embarrassed, but we have a county fair. Yeah, and it's like the biggest thing going on in Clay County in Florida where I live. People plan for it for weeks at a time.
It's so fun though.
It is so fun, but it is so. It's like fried Oreos, it's. I feel sick like heading there because I know I'm not going to feel well after. And then I don't know about you guys, but I can't ride rides anymore. The jerking motion. I don't feel well.
Yeah, we learned that when we were at Disneyland last March.
Day after click, it's oh my god. It's funny, we've got county fairs that are back to back. It's San Diego, it's Orange, it's Los Angeles, Ventura, and then I think it's the State Fair up in Sacramento. And if you go to San Diego, Orange, LA, Ventura, it's all the same vendors because it's a whole circuit for them. That's all they do are all these county fairs and the state fair, and it's hysterical. You see them all at the same place. But the Orange County Fair is great. We've got great fairgrounds. We've got an amphitheater, and we've got another venue called the Hangar, and it looks like an airplane hangar. And that's usually where we get like a Doors cover band in there.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Craig, that's all awesome and all, but we need another drink. Chris, tell us about the Camus. Why do you like Camus so much, by the way?
I'm a cab guy, right? So This is a Napa cab. I love Napa wines and super dark, super bold, but really smooth.
Are you describing the wine or Aloha Friday Sully?
Both. So, both. No, I just really do. I love a good, IPA, but a good wine there's really nothing in the world like it in my mind. It's just not. So,
if Glenn was barbecuing,
I know.
It's really sad. I am having everyone over here after the lodging conference. I've got a feat ahead of me. I'm sorry if everyone sees me scratching and all. I'm trying hard not to. Last Saturday, my lovely bride Helene and I went for a hike, and we deviated off of a path and
as he freezes
got a bad case of poison ivy. So I'm still dealing with that. It's been all week. So that's not.
So Glenn, as he freezes up, we'll give everybody the warning now. No shaking hands with Glenn. Just give him a fist bump.
Yeah, no, my hands are all good. You just don't want to be anywhere near my my ankles. That's for sure. Well, most of
Nikki says Napa loves you. I guess maybe is it because of the money I spend on their wine or what? So,
Doreen says she loves that Camus too. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. What is this Masters wine glass?
Yeah, you know I'm a big Masters guy, so there's the Masters wine glass. There's my Masters flag in the background. That's 2001. And then right over here, I don't know if my mouse shows up on the screen, but right over here on the left side of that magazine, Tiger Woods is right in the middle there. Right there on the left, my brother and I are standing right there watching Tiger. We were standing
the magazine.
I always said I would make the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Nice. You gotta love that.
That's awesome. I made the cover of Sports Illustrated once, although it was just at a friend's bar mitzvah back in the 80s when we took those fake pictures and put them on the magazine.
Yeah, that was cool. That was real. I actually was. We went to the Masters that year, and I was walking through the grocery store, Publix, which is down here in Florida, and I looked over and I looked at the picture and I was like, wait, that looks so familiar. And I was like, yeah, I was standing right there. So I looked really close. Yeah. And sure enough, my brother it was so hot that year at the Masters. He'd worn khaki pants. Yep. We had gone to the shop and he had borrowed some scissors and cut the legs off his pants.
Oh my
God. Make them shorts. And you can see his rolled up pants. So.
That's amazing. No big deal. No one will see this. Mike is saying
I never go.
Chris equals smooth. Smooth Cabernet. Glenn equals magnificent Merlot. Craig equals cold glass of champagne. Dave equals half bottle of Mad Dog 2020. That's a nice.
That's not an offense to me. I when I was in 16, 17, Mad Dogs were fine. Yeah. So you're not really offending me there, Mike. You call me young and youthful, which we already know I am compared to all you guys. So
yeah,
it fits right in. So sorry guys, I'm back for good now. I had to jump off because I heard my new hire making a mistake with her bus pass, but we got her on the right bus.
We're so glad to hear that. Well, Mike's got a question for Chris. Chris, have you had the pimento sandwich at the Masters?
Are you kidding? That's like, I've had 100. I don't know. Those are the best. It's just Wonder Bread and pimento cheese, and it is so good. So good.
And it's probably $27 a sandwich.
Here's the thing that I don't want to be. I'm not hyping the Masters here, but it's not.
Really?
Sandwiches are $2 or $3. What? Beers are $6.
What? Are you
well, listen, you're paying a pretty penny to go to the Masters. Everything inside the fence is not that bad.
Wow.
How much is it for a sandwich at the Houseman Pool House, Clubhouse, Smokehouse, and Dispensary?
Complimentary with membership. Yeah. Amy says, how about Boone's Farm wine? Anyone know Boone's Farm?
Yeah, that was high school right there, buddy.
Yeah, high school.
That was I call that peach schnapps.
Strawberry.
Now you guys back in your guys' day, you could drink at 18, right?
No.
No. Not out here.
That was I think in New York they stopped that 4 or 5 years before me.
Before you turned 21 or before you were born?
No, before I turned 20. Before I turned 18. When I was like 12 or 13, they moved it from 18 to 21, something like that. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Doreen. I told her via email last week when I went to the casino for my birthday, I won $286. And I heard you guys talking about the greatest place in Atlantic City, not named the casino, the Showboat Hotel. Love that place. Always a great time down there. Shout out to our good friend Steve Sharkey, who's no longer there, but we miss him dearly.
Yeah, but of course, Dave, breaking news. I'm going to be broadcasting live from his new hotel on October 20th, I believe it is.
Oh, very good.
I need another
Did you put that on the calendar? So Chris, again, as a very distinguished gentleman like yourself, what do you do when people like me and the rest of these guys?
I think it's important to.
You don't know.
I think it's important to get a sense of what. What am I going to say? I love you guys. I do. I don't have anything bad to say. You guys are great, and this is the best part of hospitality, frankly. Right? I was trying to think of something witty, but the best part of hospitality is you make so many friends. I have friends across all corners of the United States. So. And let me say this. Oh, go ahead, Craig. Go ahead, Craig.
Oh, please.
Let me say
I
this,
was going to
Dave.
say,
I'm proud of you, Dave. so this is what I love about hospitality. I've seen Dave go from revenue manager to now a general manager of a hotel in Midtown New York. That's what's possible in our business. And then I've seen Glenn go from, Glenn was working hard, doing small stuff, and now he's the big shot on the big stage. And Craig's got the monster conference, and he's got the cool hair, the surfer hair going. So I love it. So.
And then,
but let me take that back a sec before we go further, because Chris is obviously giving me kudos, and thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate that. But I would not be able to move as far as I have or as fast as I have without people like Chris. And I say that from personal experience because, Glenn, I'm sure you remember, and Chris, you may or may not remember, but the first time I met Chris was at NYU in 2019, I think it was, Glenn?
No, it was the HX experience in 2019.
No, it wasn't HX where I met Chris. I met him at NYU. So it was at the Marquee at the Hilton party.
All the great parties that I got us VIP access to.
That was the one. That was the one you actually got us access to. The only one. But it was the Hilton party at NYU before you got us rejected from every other party we tried to get into. And I was there with Glenn, and I don't know what I was this. I think I was a lowly revenue manager that was doing, remote services. And
most important person.
Glenn introduced me to Chris, and Chris, like many people could have in his position, he's at NYU, he's running a company, and he could have been nice to meet you, move along. I got deals to make, and Chris and his, I forget the exact position, but it was Lou, who both sat down with me and spent about an hour and a half just truly talking to me and getting to know me and wanting to learn about me and my career path and what I want to do, and then giving me advice to do that. And then, of course, continuing on the conversation after that. And Chris certainly did not have to do that. He certainly was not there to do that, but he did. And he never, you could tell he took a genuine interest in the conversation. He wasn't just doing it for fun. Or to make to pass along as caring. He really was engaged, and I'll never forget that.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that's why it's funny. I was in a speaking engagement not too long ago, and I told everybody there's all different facets of commercial real estate, and I was the last one. So they get to me and they go, "What do you do, Craig?" I said, "I work in the best part of commercial real estate, hospitality. Right? We get the best, the brightest people out of all of you. I'm sorry, but we're the best." And immediately they were all upset because they're going, "No, multifamily is," and I started a little bit of a riot. But it's true. That's why I made the transition from other product types over to hospitality. It's just the best people in the world. You get to know people, and these relationships last a lifetime. Drew Hardy over at 24/7 Hotels. He's like the
Great
little
guy
I ever had. And matter of fact, I was telling him today, Chris, you were on the show, and he had nothing but compliments and told me about the first time he met you. So,
yeah, we met at a conference in Huntington Beach.
The best part was he did this show from a music festival.
Yeah,
he did.
He was a reporter at a music festival.
Here's the thing, and Glenn and David, you know this, and there's more even to that story. David actually got some.
That was the comment.
David got some coaching and support from our VP of HR.
Yeah.
We used our company resources. We use our resources to help somebody who didn't work for us, but they were interested in hospitality, and they have a passion for it. So it's just, we need to. Listen, I know I've got a certain amount of time left, but you got to pay it forward. There's people that want to do this. You need to give them all the tools to win. So,
Yep.
Speaking of paying it forward, Glenn, you have a slide, don't you, to show?
I do, but let's first do this to make it official. I can't believe it's already time for the Plug-a-Palooza. Aloha Friday, Sully. What you got, brother?
Hey, let's bring up that slide. We've got a new shirt coming to you next week, okay? At the Aloha Craig store. And where's that located? Ice Cream Day, Dave?
Red Bubble.
There you go. And the first person who buys 100 of these shirts gets a free pass to Click 6 on March 1st and 2nd of 2023. So
I mean,
garbage mill throwing out 100 shirts with Dave's face on them.
I don't understand why anybody would not be buying this right now. Chris, I think that this should be made the official uniform of Remington Hotels. And you know, you guys would be honored and privileged just to have this on your chest. Is all I can say.
So I think it's a new shirt. Quick Connect's coming back right after the lodging conference. And watch Instagram. There's something coming from Glenn and I on Instagram.
Yeah, there's definitely something coming. But Chris, we want to hear from you. This is your chance to just plug away.
Oh, you know I'm not a plugger. People do business with me because they know they can trust me. What do I want to plug? Let's plug. Here's a plug.
Yep.
Getting back into, I don't know. Geez, I don't want to plug anything. I love my people. I love this business.
All right, I'll plug you. See,
right.
See Chris and Sloan next week at the lodging conference. They want to make a deal.
There you go.
Talk to you. These guys are freaking awesome. Dave. Oh wait, Chris.
No, Chris has more. Chris has more.
Yeah, I'm gonna plug the $100 million water park we're building at the Showboat Hotel in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
So 24 months from now, you've got to take your family and go to the largest indoor arcade, water park, go-kart track, axe throwing, MMAs. I mean,
rock climbing, the beach, the restaurants. But hold on.
Chance to do the axe throwing. We should have done that.
I think if we had, based on our intoxication levels at those times, I'm not sure if we should have. But I will say, Chris said wait 24 months. Do not wait 24 months. Go now.
It's really awesome.
Experience what's there now, because there's more than enough there. Because listen, guys, again, I've talked about this hotel a lot on this show. Yes, there's the arcade, there's the racetrack, there's the rock climbing, there's the shows, there's the entertainment. It's literally, you can bring your entire family there. There's no casino. It's all family-friendly activities inside. But then right across the street is the beach, and then a little bit across down the boardwalk is Steel Pier, which is the amusement park. So literally, you could have a full-on weekend family vacation doing all these activities, never see it inside of a casino,
right?
And you are going to spend the entire time anywhere else on the East Coast, Seaside, Jersey Shore, Virginia Beach. I don't care where you are. This is the place you have to be for full family entertainment.
And get the funnel cake at Steel Pier and
the Philly cheesesteak.
So freaking good. Oh my God. Aloha Friday, Sully. Where are we going to be next March?
We're going to be at the South Coast Plaza of beautiful Costa Mesa, California for the 6th annual California Lodging Investment Conference. We've got a big networking event on the 1st. We've added a lot more networking time to our event on the 2nd. Glenn is going to be moderating breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Our Refuel Up Your F&B Game panel. Brand new panel. Okay? We've got a local restaurateur, George Lujan on that panel.
Oh, awesome.
Hey, George said he was going to take me to his restaurant next year. I'm holding him to that.
His wife said awesome. I'm like, we're going to have to go and sample it before.
We've got George on that panel. We've also got Mark Chrissy from Azul Hospitality talking about the F&B programs at all of their hotels.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to tell you who else is on the panel, but also Ice Cream Day Dave is going to be on our labor panel. He is going to be the only one that is at the property level on that panel. So that's going to be another great panel.
So Chris, who refused to join the show?
This is the person refusing to join the show is my 10-year-old Presley.
Oh, that's awesome.
So she doesn't want to do it, but I've been trying. I mean, the problem is I hadn't been able to get to Click. We had a couple things happen, but this year I can. We've got a big presence in California now.
Nice.
And I got to be there. So
perfect. We look forward to it.
That'll be awesome. I'd love to see you. And hey, come see me next week at the lodging conference. I'm looking forward to that. I'll be at HAMA's annual conference in Chicago. I'll be at the opening of the first ever Choice Hotels Ever Home Suite at the end of September, broadcasting live, on tape from there. I'm also going to be at Maine Hospitality, Red Roof's annual conference, and more. Probably not coming to a city near you, but what are you gonna do? All right, everybody. Thanks.
Glenn, that's my panel. Just so you know, that's my. I'm doing the DEI panel at HAMA in Chicago. So I'll see you there.
I'm going to see you in Chicago. Oh,
Nice.
that's awesome. Yeah, Anthony and I are doing the keynote. That'll be
awesome.
Well, I don't know if it'll be awesome because neither Anthony and I understand what the word prepare means. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
He's a military guy. He should understand that word.
Oh, that is a good point. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for being here.
And you guys have got me to my bus ride. I really appreciate the company, guys.
I love it. All right, and we got official goodbye credits. See y'all later. See you next time.
Let's talk over the credits. Glenn gets upset.